It's going.
Oh, g'day guys. Yeah, here we are in Kakadu. It's pretty warm.
Very warm.
But it's nice.
It's stinky, steamy, sweat dripping down your ass crack. It's not nice.
What we're going to do is recap where we've been, and I'm going to rate the pools, which are a big deal to me, and Rachel's going to recap the facilities, which are a big deal to her. So after coming out of Emerald, staying at my mate Mick's place, which was 5-star.
5-star. I wanted to live there, in fact.
Yeah, the entertainment was awesome. The food, yeah, that was all right.
Damn, food was good.
Yeah,
Mick, with the food was good.
So then we went to Longreach.
Excellent.
Which, even though it looked like a bit of a dust bowl,
I remember ringing Mum, going, "Oh, this looks like."
yeah,
I can't say what I thought it looks like, but it looked a bit rough.
looked like a flat track race course.
Dusty, hot.
Not too many trees, wasn't that shaded, I'd say. But the pool was awesome.
Laundry facilities, excellent.
Smack bang in the middle of the school holidays. Yeah, there's a lot of rugrats around, but they got to swim too, I guess. But it was clean and reasonably priced. How much was that?
$28.
$28 for powered site.
No,
powered? No,
you
non-powered.
didn't have power.
All right. Yeah, met some characters there. Didn't get to go anywhere because it was all booked out because of school holidays, obviously. But we had a good night there. Then took off next day. Went to
Barclay?
Mount Isa.
Oh, forgot about that.
Stayed 2 nights.
2
at
nights.
Mount Isa.
Yeah, we did. Yes.
Isa
Mount
was
Isa.
awesome.
I forgot about it.
Really good. I liked the Isa. It was not what I expected. It was heaps bigger. Heaps of pubs.
Which we only went to one.
Yeah, but had heaps.
But we only went to one.
Yeah. The one we went to was good, wasn't it? The Buff Club, top shop. Great lunch. Bit overpriced, but you get that in the middle of Queensland. We didn't go in the pool there, though.
No.
Because
You were at the pub.
I was at the pub. That's why I thought the pub was so good. But the facilities were good, clean, safe. As far as
Safety, let's just say, in the Northern Territory, safety is an issue.
Yeah, safety's dropped off a bit since we hit the border.
Then we went...
And not safety, like you're not going to get murdered, but the locals get around a bit, cause up a bit of mischief, as they call it.
We'll get to that one.
So anyway,
Barclay?
Isa was good. I liked Isa.
Crossed the border, that was exciting.
Hit the border, Camberwell, pub was shut. Then we got to Barclay. Awesome. Was a real oasis.
Really was fabulous. The fuel, I think we paid nearly $1.80 a litre.
Fuel
But
was dear. Feed was good, reasonably priced. Pub was awesome. Happy hour.
fuel, the pool, not the fuel, the pool was excellent.
They had Great Northern, which was good. But yeah, safe as houses. No problem with
Average facilities.
Yeah, facilities. But you're in the middle of the bush, and it even said on the flyer, we are self-sufficient. There's no government funding there. It's a privately owned roadhouse in the middle of a cattle station. So for getting water and electricity and all that shit that was there, they run off diesel generators, 700 litres a day of diesel. So the price reflected that a little bit, but
It was good, I loved it.
yeah, it was definitely
Staff
worth
were
it.
really friendly.
Then we
the
hit
dreaded
3 ways and up to
Dally
Dally
Waters. What a shit show.
Yeah, Dally Waters wasn't
$14 a night, not each, the lot.
Well, first we went to the pub, Dally Waters pub, which
Oh,
was
and then-
like Edamoga pub, was like cartoon
It was okay.
sort of pub, a lot of
hot and
old
dirty
Holdens laying
stuff.
around, and helicopter with the pink panther flying fucking thing, and yeah, it's just a bit of a gimmick town. But a lot of tourists there. Again, school holidays. We had had a beer there. Wasn't air conditioned or nothing. It's getting old and a bit soft. Had a beer. It's full of ruggies. So we thought, no, we'll go to this other one that we'd heard of.
Which we
was
heard
on
rave reviews
Which was
about.
on the highway.
Dally Waters Roadhouse.
Yeah.
Don't recommend
Not real
it.
flash. Yeah, there's some bison out in the back paddock. some horses.
Nice water buffalo. I got some great photos and stuff, but it was
the
not
pool,
safe. The pool
bit
was
manky.
seriously out of the Griswolds family vacation gone wrong.
It was a bit manky. But I went for a swim. I didn't get an ear infection, so that was all right. Rach only went in up to her knees and reckoned she had a sore ankle the next day, so...
I did.
But that night, that's where we hit the mischief.
Yeah.
With the locals.
Locals caused a little mischief.
Woke up, we weren't even asleep yet, just laying in bed and heard a bit of a rustle. Looked out the window and there was a local stand there. I said, "What are you doing, mate?" He goes, "Oh, I'm just
How do you get in there?
looking at your setup. How do you get in?" I said, "Don't worry about getting in, I'll get out." "Oh, I'm not up to any mischief, mate. I'm not up to any mischief." I said, "Well, I'll come out and see you." Anyway, and he legged it. But that meant that gave us a bit of a hawky night. We've been used to a fair bit of safety. There was a bit of naivety on our behalf. We were a bit relaxed about locking maybe the tailgate and putting everything away.
Leave shit out. On Fraser, we leave everything out. As long as it's dingo safe, we leave it out. Northern Territory, different story.
So anyway, we legged it out of there next morning.
Straight to Mataranka.
After the trailer come off at 140 k's an hour.
Oh yeah, that did. That was interesting.
Hit the road, a couple of sparks, but the Ranger pulled it straight.
It did.
Then we pulled up, put it back on. I won't say it was the hitch's fault, but it happened. But we survived that. Anyway, went to Mataranka. Awesome.
That's the highlight of the trip nearly for me so far, was Mataranka. Those springs was friggin' beautiful.
Didn't stay there. Went to a little town called Elliot, which was
different.
Good to see in the rearview mirror. Then went Catherine.
Oh yeah.
Hit Catherine.
We weren't ready for Catherine. Not even a Lydia. We weren't ready for it.
Catherine.
We thought, all right, we're here early enough. We'll go to the bottle shop, stock up, head to camp. Yeah, no, that's not how it rolls in Catherine.
Bottle-O's don't open till 2, and they are open for 2 hours till 4. And each one of them has 2 armed police officers and private security guards. It's ID on the way in and a quick questionnaire: who you're buying it for, where you're going to consume this alcohol. Then on the way out, it's a license scan. Which is all in the Northern Territory.
Every bottle shop you go to for takeaway alcohol, you have to produce your license. They put it on a little thing, scan it, comes up saying
yes or no.
Yes, or green or red or whatever it says, and then you can buy alcohol or
you can't. I'm not sure what the ruling is on what you got to do to not get alcohol. I'm just pleased Queensland doesn't have it, or I'd probably be on it.
What's South Australia?
Or South Australia.
Or New South Wales.
Or New South Wales. Or Tasmania. Or WA. But anyway, they don't have it. So we were right. But heaps of locals, which didn't bother us.
Oh.
But made the town unwelcoming because it was thick on the ground and quite...
Felt aggressive, the town.
Yeah, it just felt a bit... As a white fella, you felt a bit...
I got told to take all my jewellery off.
I said, take your gear off.
Which
no good
not
wearing,
my gear, just my jewellery.
Yeah, no good wearing bling here.
Scare 'em. But no, so bling went.
But yeah, it was that sort of, you're always on edge. And after Daly Waters,
yeah,
we were already a bit on edge, so we got up.
But funnily enough, the park we stayed at, I rate as my first or second. Probably my first.
Definitely top 3.
Top 3. Whether it's the first or the second, I'll have to think. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was safe. It had a great pool, facilities, the laundry, the camp kitchen, the bathrooms.
Yeah, they were pretty
fabulous.
Flash. And the camp kitchen was good.
We had a powered site because that's all they did. I think.
Did have a powered site. That was the first time we felt the need to buy a fan that day.
Yeah, we did. We came in and bought a fan.
That was what, middle of October?
I don't know the days.
Maybe early October.
Anyway, hot.
Hot. It was hot there. So we bought a fan, got the fan going, got the powered site, charged everything up. It was awesome. Yeah, but again, no drama from the locals.
None there, no.
But still a bit hawky from the night before. So then legged it into Darwin.
Did we go straight to Darwin? Where did we go in between?
Yeah, no, we went
Straight?
to Darwin, went to the Pink Pub.
Oh yeah, that was cool. That was different.
Yeah, and then hit Darwin mid-afternoon. On the way there, I'd said to Rach,
oh, when the trailer jumped off, of course it tore out the cable, the lights cable. It was all gone. So we've been driving for at least the last, what, 5,000 kilometres or so?
Yeah, 4,000
kilometres.
Well, they weren't in that best order before we left Emerald, but
no lights.
Now we've got
no
none.
indicators, nothing. So touching wood, we'll keep getting away with it.
So
anyway, get to Darwin.
Rolled in Darwin. I said to Rach, let's go and bunk up in a motel, get a square bed, a bit of aircon, swim pool, catch up on everything. It's a bit of rain. That was my excuse. Looks like a bit of rain coming. So anyway, we went and stayed at the H on Mitchell. That was good.
That was for you, Mitchell?
Yeah. Laid guts up around the pool for a couple of days.
Yeah, that was nice.
And said, all right, we better get back to reality. So anyway, booked in the caravan park on Sunday. Went to the market Sunday night, which were
Mindle markets,
which were good. You're hungry. You're hungry.
Food, but there was just so many people. You're like bumping.
Yeah, it's like the Royal Easter Show for food. Wasn't that flash?
No, I wouldn't go back again, but I don't like people.
Sun went down as it does every day. That was pretty good. Then Monday we went on the croc tour. Jumping croc tour. That was all awesome.
Highlight.
Left early in the morning.
I was so scared.
Jumped on the boat at 8:30. Beautiful day. Hot day. Went to the Humpty Doo pub for lunch.
Thanks, Kaz.
Prigged around. Did a bit of tiki touring. Got home. And they must have got 20 mil worth of rain while we were away.
Oh, I'd say 100.
Anyway, bed saturated. We'd left all the screens open.
Left everything open, so of course
Didn't have
it was
the
flooded.
on. It was wet.
Flooded.
So anyway, that was about 5, I don't know.
Yeah, so I started looking around for places. Yeah, not a lot of joy instantly. So he goes, oh well, we're just gonna have to sleep on a wet mattress. I was like, are you
Anyway,
serious?
no, she had a bit of a sook.
I did.
Said, right, I'm going for a swim, because that fixes everything. Stormed off with the shits.
I had to go do the washing. That's what I had to do.
Anyway, I rung the caravan park. I said, look, we've just returned home, which was the Discovery Park in Darwin, which was good. The pool there was nice.
It was beautiful pool.
Facilities was good.
Yeah, excellent.
But they said, oh, we don't do cabins after 5 o'clock.
Too bad.
There's
You're
nothing
on
we
your
can do for you, which was a bit disappointing. So anyway, found another one just up the road, which was great. $90 a night for a cabin.
No, it was a room.
Yeah, room, yeah.
A motel room. It was really nice.
Sweet.
The bed was comfy. It was nice. It was dry. I didn't even care. It was dry.
Went for a swim, packed with kids. It was like the fucking dream world of Darwin. But awesome pool and that, but it was packed. The pool was even salty. And I'm pretty sure it was just a chlorine pool. But none of the kids were getting out to go to the toilet. So I jumped in, jumped out. Anyway, had a feed. That was good. Went back the next morning.
Packed up all our wet gear.
Semi-dry, maybe. Packed up and checked into
Darwin
City Motel.
Which was fabulous.
Which
so we
was
stayed there a
awesome.
week.
Ended up staying there a week.
7 nights, I think we stayed there for.
Yeah.
And it was like home. And I said to Wayne,
every night we stayed there, it got cheaper.
It did. And
good.
yeah, it was nice. And they had laundry downstairs, a nice pool, which we never had anyone but us in it.
Right in the guts of town.
Right in the town. It was noisy at night, but because I don't sleep great, but it was beautiful. The
Wi-Fi was great.
bed was the most comfy bed, Hank.
Yeah, Wi-Fi was good.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
Hey?
Yeah, Wi-Fi was good. Bed was good.
Yeah, friendly. Car park was secure. So anyway,
we toured around. Got on the little scooters,
did the sunset cruise, ate a fair few places.
I'm so fat.
Drank at most of the pubs there. I think I'd saturated most of the pubs in Darwin, which was a highlight for me.
I went to that gallery, the art,
Rachel got some facial tattoos.
I did.
Yeah, anyway, spent about $8,000 there. That was good.
It was awesome. I love Darwin. I think anyone should go to Darwin. We did some more exploring on the scooters one day, and we went down the hill where all the underground tunnels are from in the wall.
They used to stash the oil.
And there's a whole other section down on the wharf there where there's the big wave pool and like all sorts of cool restaurants.
Yeah, they've done that right up.
Yeah, so that looked pretty cool.
It was good.
I think it's a city that you could take kids to if they're a bit older and have a good time.
Yeah, so anyway, farewell Darwin yesterday. Driving out to Kakadu and not really knowing what was heard of it. Seen it on Getaway, didn't really take much interest. It's awesome.
It's really cool.
Staying out here at the
Kakadu Lodge,
just on a powered site. 44 bucks. 44? 44
yeah,
bucks
44.
a night.
Yeah.
Powered site, amenities
the pool
right
is
there.
magical.
Pool's awesome. Big bar, restaurant around the pool. Shade. People are friendly. Reception can't do enough for you. Give you all the local knowledge that you need. So anyway, booked in here, went for a swim, set up. A couple of locals getting around last night, which was still a bit hawky on after Daly Waters.
I've had no sleep. And birds.
Birds
Dog.
everywhere.
They sound like a dog or a cat. What is that noise they make? If I don't hear that again, I'll be happy.
Anyway, it's a bird noise. Bit birdy, but you get that in the Kakadu. Went down to Cahill's Crossing this morning.
Oh, that's so good.
On the advice of the reception. Put us on a bit of a bump stick. I was down there a couple of hours too early.
But we got it
But we
to
did. We had it to ourselves, and we seen some
beautiful.
crocs.
We saw 6 just
swimming
floating around near us.
A couple of blues, the males getting their territory.
Yeah,
going.
that's what we saw. We saw 2 crocs fighting, which pretty sure you don't get to see every day.
No, and then after speaking to some people, they said, "No, 9:30 is the time when the tide changes.
Comes
There's a
over the
causeway.
crossing. Yeah.
We went, come home, had brekkie,
Yes, Becky.
smashed omelette, awesome brekkie. Went back down there, and man, you'll see it on the rest of the videos.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Watching them come from one side through the rocks and walking, or sort of semi-walking, floating across the causeway and then just dipping into the water. All these other ones
But the other ones are trying to get their territory.
It was awesome. I was just in my element.
So they're blueing about it because they're catching the barra coming over the causeway. And yeah, that was awesome. That was really good.
Excellent.
So then we've come home, made some cocktails, had a swim.
Our cocktails are Malibu, Bacardi, and juice.
Is there juice in it? Oh, a little bit juice, yeah. Mainly just ice, Bacardi and Malibu.
I have juice in mine. They're delicious.
Anyway,
and refreshing.
thanks Mitchell.
Thank you, Mitchell.
I don't know what they're called.
They're
Some fancy
a
name.
weird name.
We just call them cocktails. But yeah, they're good. They're better than beer when you've had enough beer. When you're having beer for brekkie on tour, which we do, or rum, Rachel's preferred breakfast.
It is.
But it's a refreshing, as long as there's plenty of ice in them, you've got to have ice.
Anyway, so hopefully tonight, or maybe tomorrow night, depending on how many cocktails are happening, we'll head to Ubir to watch the sunset, which apparently is to die for, so we'll go do that. And then we're heading off back to Mataranka for the night, so I'm going to be so excited to be there for 24 hours to be immersed in those pools. So for me, it was beautiful. Then we're heading to Tennant Creek. We've got Tennant Creek for a night. And
Yeah,
then we
which
head down.
I've heard different versions of, but
We're just going to have to do it.
I got WikiCamps, the app, paid $7 for it. It's awesome. It gives you all the latest reviews, real life reviews, real time reviews of people's experiences, tells you what's there, tells you how much it is, gives you some picture galleries.
I care about reviews. That's my thing.
And it's, yeah, from what I've heard, Tennant Creek's a bit of a shit old town full of locals, but the caravan park sounds fair. When you're camping in something that's got a zipper between you and
The world.
6 locals, you got to think about security in a northern territory.
You do have to, unfortunately. On Fraser, we never think about it for a second. Anywhere else we've been,
$1000s worth of gear laying
never
around.
think about it. But in the territory, you've got to think about it.
Here, you wouldn't leave a cigarette lighter on the table, mate. Which is a shame.
It is a shame, but it is what it is, and that's not.
You just got to be ready for that.
So then, Alice Springs. For a night, and then we head down to Uluru.
And Alice is an unknown. I haven't heard the best reviews on that, but I haven't been there myself, so we'll do a video on that in a couple of days. Other than that, everything's going pretty good. We've had a couple of Barneys. Nothing we can't work out. But when you spend 25 hours a day with the same person, living and breathing, the same pair of undies, that's bound to happen. But as long as you communicate and keep smiling, you should be right. Anyway, we'll catch you in a couple of days, give you another real life review. Till then, check ya. Get out there.